Okay, yeah, you can so yeah, let's grab a blanket. That'll be fine. And you can sit up on your blanket here. Scoot your hips a little bit forward, let your knees fall below the hips, sit up nice and tall, and let your eyes close. So just taking a few moments with the eyes closed. Beginning to focus on the body first. So settling in to this position, getting as comfortable as possible, allowing sort of a softness in the shoulders and the torso to take over. Not too much, so you're hunching over, but enough so the body feels relaxed. And as you start to shift into a space of comfort, allow your breathing to slow down slightly. And at first, let's pay attention to how we're breathing. How the breath is flowing in and how the breath is flowing out. Notice where your breath goes as you breathe in. Can you breathe in through your chest, beyond your rib cage, and allow your belly, your diaphragm, to fill with air as you inhale? And allow the belly to fall as you exhale. So we're moving our breath to just beyond natural breathing. Because when we focus on our breathing, we are moving into a space of forced mindfulness, where it takes our thoughts off of what's going on outside of us and brings our awareness to what's going on within us. It's a simple and effective tool to bring us into the present moment, to focus on our breathing, how we're breathing, and slowing down that breathing. So today we'll work with our theme of slowing down right before we ramp up for the holiday season. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, bring both hands to heart center. In Anjali Mudra, allow the thumbs to come against the chest, the palms against each other, and take a moment. Ask yourself what you need of yoga today. And with your intention and your mind together, we find an inhale breath through our nose and a sigh through the mouth out, letting go. And release the hands back down towards the knees. Switch out your legs, bring your back leg forward. So switching out your crisscross position. Readjust your spine, sit up nice and tall. Rest the hands on the lap. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, allow the chin to fall towards the chest. Beginning with gentle neck rolls, moving in a clockwise formation. Taking your time here, moving really slow, slower than you want to. Feeling each little nook and cranny. Take about 2 more rounds around, turns around. Stretching through your chin, so reaching out through the chin. If you find a spot that feels good, you can stay in it, but be mindful of that. Don't go too deep into the space that feels good, especially if it's associated with like a twinge or a pain. And after your third time around, we'll keep the head low, chin to chest, readjust the spine, sit up tall, and then begin to move counterclockwise. And as your chin is stretched up, you can play with the stretching here by moving your jaw, and you can think like a bulldog jaw, right? Like an underbite. And after your third spin around, chin falls to the chest, lift the chin up, and take a few circles through the shoulders and other direction. Bring the arms up and over the head. Stretch the fingertips up. Interlock the hands, flip the palms up towards the ceiling. You can look up and lean back, get a full body stretch here. Take those interlocked hands behind the back of the head. Squeeze the elbows in, lift the head up, lift the chin up. So stretching just underneath the arm through the armpit. And keep holding onto the head as you exhale, draw your chin down towards your chest. Release the grip from the head first. Lift up the chin from the chest. Good. Spin your gaze to the right side and then allow your chin to fall down towards the right shoulder. So you're looking sort of on a diagonal here. We're going to take right hand up and behind the head and move along that diagonal line. You can bring your left hand and wrap it behind your back. And pause here. Take a few breaths. Gently release the hand first. Lift your chin up and rotate the gaze back to center. Release the left hand and then shift your eye gaze to the left side. Chin falls to the chest on that diagonal line. Left arm reaches up, grabs the back of the head, and gently pulls down. Right arm wraps around behind the back. And we pause in the surrender. Release the left hand. Lift the gaze, bring it back to center. Release the right arm and roll out the shoulders. Awesome. Hands to the lap. We'll begin with some belly rolls. So moving the belly out, rounding the spine back. There's no right or wrong way to do this. We just want to push belly forward and then round spine back, undulating through the movement. So think like wiggly cat-cow, just opening and moving the spine in a fluid manner. And then switch your direction. Good. Pause here. Inhale, bring the arms up. Stretch the fingertips up, lean back. And then as you exhale, plant your hands down in front, roll onto the knees, neutral tabletop. So if you were sitting on a blanket, you can go ahead and move that out of the way. And we'll come to shoulders over wrists, hips above knees, and start to move the hips side to side. So again, we want to move slower than we want to here. Finding a little hip shift and maybe a pause. Staying with your breath here. Awesome. Pause here in center. Flip your palms up and fingertips back. And we'll do this one at a time. So palms up, fingertips back, thumbs are in, and we're going to shift back and forth. So again, we're doing this one at a time. Moving the hips back and forth, stretching the back of the wrists, back of the hands. Awesome. Switch it out. So right hand flips back, left hand flips over, palm up, fingertips back, and we rock back and forth. Good. Flip the hand back over, open your knees wide, bring the big toes together to kiss, sink the hips back, first child's pose. Extend the arms forward, forehead down to the mat. And take a few breaths here. And take an inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands one time over to the right side, placing the left hand over the right. Rest the forehead back to the mat. One more round of breath. Inhale, walk the hands to center, and then exhale to the left side one time. Place the right hand over left. Forehead to the mat. And inhale, walk the hands back to center. As you exhale, round your spine forward, shifting shoulders over wrists. And then as you exhale, curl your toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And first down dog of the day, you want to pedal out your legs and move your hips and take a few moments to get into this pose. Good, and then we start to create stillness, spreading the fingers wide, rooting firmly into the hands, hips lifting up and back. There's a small bend in the knees, and we're pushing down through our heels to stretch the calves. Keep your chest pushing back, spine nice and long. Shifting your eye gaze forward, we'll walk our feet forward, coming towards a ragdoll. Bent knees, grabbing opposite elbows, finding a gentle sway side to side. You release your arms down towards the yoga mat. Take a deep bend in right knee and straighten left leg as much as possible. So deep bend in right knee, straighten left leg as much as possible. And then as you inhale, you're going to sweep your left arm up to the sky for a twist. And then as we exhale, bring the left hand down, deep bend into left knee, straighten right leg as much as possible. Inhale, right arm up for a twist. On the exhale, bring the right hand down to the earth. And nice and slow, start to round your spine up to standing, stacking the head over shoulders. And you can move the hips, move the shoulders, just kind of move some of that energy out. Coming to the top of the mat, we'll inhale, bring our arms up and over, interlock the fingers here, bring the hands to the back of the head, squeeze the elbows in, similar to how we first started today. You're going to tuck your tailbone down and under, and then lift the elbows up, leaning your head back in the hands. So let the pressure of the head push into the hands as your elbows push up to the ceiling. Stay for an inhale here. And then as you exhale, you'll bend your knees, forward fold, keep your hands on your head. Let the hands pull the head down ever so gently, not too extreme here. Release your hands down to the yoga mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift, flat back, shoulders back. As you exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Shoulders coming over wrists, hips come above the knees. Oh, sorry. Shoulders come over wrists, heels push back. Stay for an inhale here. And as we exhale, lower your body down to the mat, with or without knees. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, lift the chest, roll your shoulders back, cobra pose. Elbows come in, little to no weight in the hands. Push the tops of the feet down to the mat. And then as we exhale, we'll release down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heart, draw the shoulders back, elbows in, cobra pose. And exhale, release down. Last time here, inhale, lift the heart. cobra. And exhale, release. And inhale to a neutral tabletop. And exhale, push back, child's pose. Walk your hands back, lift your heart up, come up onto the knees here. We bring our hands to the hips, take our right leg, step it forward. So big step forward with right leg, hinge forward at your hips. And then push into the right foot, ease up a little bit. We'll do that a couple times. So pushing in, lean, and drawing back. Just opening up the hip flexor, nice and gently. Let's do 2 more times. And pause here, interlock your hands above your right knee, push into the right knee or right thigh, nice tall spine. Take a few breaths in and out. Good, exhale, left hand to the earth. Inhale, sweep your right arm up to the sky. Good, exhale, the right hand comes down to the earth. Curl your left toes under, lift the left knee off the ground. Bring your left heel to the earth as you walk your hands towards the left side. Right foot's gonna pivot and turn inward, and we land in our wide-legged forward folds. As you inhale, take a halfway lift, flat back, and as you exhale, a little forward fold, hinge at your hips, let the crown of the head come down. And you can wiggle your head. Shake your head yes and no. You're going to inhale, take a halfway lift. And as you exhale, walk your hands to your right foot, bend your right knee. Slowly pivot to the front of your mat, coming back to the low lunge. Plant your left knee to the earth and step your right knee back to meet left. Both hands flat to the earth. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the body down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra. Utilize your lower back muscles so there's little to no weight in the hands. Exhale, release down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift the heart, shoulders draw back, cobra. And exhale, release the forehead down. Inhale, lift to a neutral tabletop. Exhale, quick child's pose. Push your hips back, knees open wide, forehead comes to the mat. As you inhale, walk your hands back, lift your chest up, come up onto the knees. And hands to the hips. You're going to shift the weight to your right knee. Take a big step forward with left foot, landing softly, and we hinge forward and back about 5 times here. Good. Interlock your hands above the left thigh. Relax your shoulders back. Push in so that the heart and spine lengthen. Think about creating space in that whole front and back body. Stay for an inhale. And as we exhale, we plant right hand down to the earth. Inhale, sweep left arm up for a twist. Left hand comes inside of left foot, curl right toes under, lift the right knee off the ground, drop the heel to the earth first, and then walk your hands over to the right, towards the middle for wide-legged forward folds. This time we're going to inhale, come all the way up to star, arms to the sky. Exhale, extend the arms forward. Bend at the elbows, bring your left arm underneath right for eagle arms. So first option, we take a little bear hug. Second option, we do a full wrap around the wrist, palms come together. As you inhale, lift your elbows up, look up. And as you exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Let the upper back round as the crown of the head relaxes. Let the weight shift forward towards the balls of the feet. Hips come up a little bit higher. Unravel the arms. Inhale, sweep them up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, extend the arms forward. Bend at your elbows. Take your right arm, bring it underneath your left. Give yourself a little hug or wrap around the wrist, palms come together. Inhale, lift the elbows up, look up, and exhale, hinge at the hips, active core. Crown of the head surrenders. And the weight tilts forward towards the balls of the feet. Unravel the arms. Inhale, take a halfway lift, push into the hands. Exhale, walk your hands to the left foot, bend your left knee. Pivot to the front of the mat. Step the left foot back to meet right, plank pose. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower the body to the mat with or without knees. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra. And exhale, forehead lowers down. Inhale, neutral tabletop. And exhale, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. Letting the body assimilate here. Beautiful. Take the gaze forward. Lunge your right foot outside of right hand. Right foot outside of right hand. Runner's lunge. As we inhale, we're going to straighten right leg. And as you exhale, bend the knee. So inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. It's okay if it doesn't get very straight. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, bend the knee, exhale. Release your left knee down to the earth. Good. Shift the weight into your left hand and let your right knee fall out towards the right side. You can push into the right knee with the right hand if that feels okay for you. Okay, bring your right hand to the earth. Curl your left toes under. Take a big step forward with left foot to your yogi squat. Sink the hips low. Keep the hands on the ground. Take a breath in and breath out. Inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale, heel toe your feet into about hip width distance apart. Bend the knees slightly, let the crown of the head sink down. Take the hands behind the legs, behind the ankles, and then squeeze torso in towards the legs. Hips lift up high. Release the arms, nice and slow, round the spine up to standing. Awesome. Inhale, bring both arms up and overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the sternum up towards the sky. Inhale, reach the arms back above the head. And exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we'll step our right foot to the back of the mat. Hands come inside of left knee. Release your right knee down to, no, actually, sorry, keep your right knee lifted. And then inhale, straighten left leg. Exhale, bend the knee. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time here. Straight leg. Inhale. Bend your left knee. Exhale. Release your right knee to the earth. Let the weight shift into your right hand and gently allow left knee to fall out towards the left side. And again, you can push on the left knee with the left hand if that feels okay for you. Bring your left knee back in, curl your right toes under, lift the right knee off the ground, step your right foot forward, yogi squat, sink the hips low. Lift the chest, hands come to heart center in prayer, elbows push the knees out, knees push back into the elbows. So we want to try to find the tallest spine possible. It's fine to be up on the toes here. Let your eyes close, take a few breaths. And we'll plant our hands and step back, high plank pose. Take an inhale here and exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. A few breaths in and out. Inhale, sweeping your right leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. So even though we're moving slow and pretty chill, we still want to keep the muscles engaged. So we're not just flinging a leg up, right? We want to take our time opening, pushing into the hands, keeping the core nice and strong. As you exhale, you're going to draw your knee towards your nose. Look forward and step your right foot forward. Come into a warrior two. So back heel is going to come down, arms are going to come wide. We'll inhale, rise, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, star pose. And then exhale, bend your right knee, warrior two. Inhale, star, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. And exhale, warrior two, bend the front knee. Last time, inhale. And bend the knee, exhale. Pause in the warrior two. Make sure your right knee's tracking outward towards your pinky toe. Left foot's on a 45-degree angle. So the left leg's nice and strong. We're going to inhale, straighten right leg, lift right arm up towards the ceiling, bend right elbow, bringing the hand between the scapulas. Take your left hand, push down with the right elbow, tuck your tailbone under, and then pull the elbow back towards the back of your yoga mat. Release your arms, bring them parallel to the earth. Reach the right fingertips forward, forward, forward. Push left hip back for triangle pose. Right hand's going to come down to the earth. Left arm's going to tick-tock up. Stay with your breathing. No place else to be. Just hear you, your movement, and your breath. As simple as that. Push into the big toe of the right foot. Inhale, bring both arms to the sky. Turn your toes in, heels out. Bring hands behind the back. Interlock your fingers. Lift the shoulders up by the ears. Rotate them back. Little squeeze of the scapulas. Lift your heart high. Big inhale. And then as you exhale, hinge forward to your hips. Forward fold. Bring the arms up and over. Totally safe to have the eyes closed here, especially if it's calling to you. Let the weight shift forward towards the balls of the feet. Remember, this is your time to be on your yoga mat with your breath, your movement. My voice just guiding you here. If something doesn't feel good, we don't need to take it. And if something feels better, we can move towards that. Release the grip of the hands. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Bring the hands below the nose. And as you exhale, walk your hands to the right foot. Bend the right knee. Pivot to the front of the mat. Step the right foot back, high plank, and exhale to a downward facing dog. Option to always take those vinyasas if you want to. Inhale, sweep the left leg up towards the sky, bend the knee, open your hip. Be mindful of this movement. Take your time, push into the hands. Core is nice and tight here. As you exhale, we're going to step the left foot between the hands. Turn your back heel down. Inhale to a warrior two. Arms come wide. We'll inhale, rise to a star. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale, warrior two. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time here. And exhale. And warrior two, left knee tracking outward towards the pinky toe. Back leg nice and strong. Gaze over the left middle finger. Inhale, straighten left leg, lift the left arm to the sky, bend the elbow, bring the hand between the scapulas, between your shoulders. Take your right hand, push down with the elbow, Tuck your booty in and then pull the elbow back. You take one more inhale. The exhale will release our arms parallel to the mat. Inhale, we'll reach forward, setting up for triangle. Reach forward, push right hip to the back. Reach, and then left hand comes down. Right arm comes to the sky. Remember, we can always have a small bend in left knee. Hand can always be on a block. Whatever feels best for you this morning. Push into left toe mound. Inhale, rise up. Star pose. Arms come to the sky. Turn toes in, heels out. And one last time, hands come behind the back. Interlock your fingers, non-dominant grip. Roll the shoulders up by the ears. Rotate them back. Little squeeze of the shoulders. Lift the heart. And then exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Sink down. Arms come up. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands drop below the nose. And exhale, walk your hands to the left side. Bend your left knee. Pivot to the front of the mat, low lunge. Step your left foot to the back of the mat, high plank. Option for a vinyasa, or we just push back to downward facing dog. Breath in. And child's pose on the breath out. Open the knees wide, big toes together to kiss. Sink the hips down on the heels, forehead down to the mat. Let's walk our hands back, lift the heart up. Beautiful. Shift the hips to one side and extend the legs forward. Awesome. I'll turn to face you here. So if you have your yoga blanket, you can sit up on your yoga blanket, and that'll give your hips just a little bit more lift. Yeah. Right foot's going to come in and left leg's going to extend straight. So right foot in, left leg straight. Hips are at the edge of that blanket. Left toes are flexing back towards the knee. Kneecap is lifting up towards the hip bones. Arms come up towards the sky. Take an inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge forward at the hips. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Bring your hands down to frame your foot or your ankle or your shin. So wherever you can grab today. You're going to roll your shoulders back, lengthen your heart forward. Big inhale. And then as we exhale, we hinge at the hips. Let the forehead drop. Chin comes down to the chest. So you can always have a bend in this left knee. If you have a pillow nearby and you want to place a pillow underneath your knee, that's fine as well. So we're starting to open up the back of the legs and starting to move into some lower back openers here. The inhale is going to lift you up. Walk your hands back. We'll take our left leg out towards a 45-degree angle. Bring your left peace fingers to your big toe. And you can always bend your left knee if you need to. Right arm's going to come up, and right arm's going to reach over towards your left foot. Spin your gaze up and look up. Right shoulder draws back as we do this. Stretching through the side body. If your right knee is lifting off the ground a lot, you can slide the pillow underneath your right knee. And just take a few moments to adjust yourself in the posture and take a few breaths. Spin your gaze down. Spin your gaze down. Let your right hand reach to the outer edge of left ankle. Left hand's going to move outside of left leg. And it's sort of like a twist here. So almost like a twist, but also a forward fold. Always returning to quality breathing. Remember, forced mindfulness. So the more that we focus on our breath, the more that we can stay present in this moment. Letting our body receive the energy that it needs and the focus and the attention. Inhale, lift the heart up. Walk your hands towards your pelvis. As you exhale, we're going to take a little twist to the right side. Nice tall spine and twist. Inhale, come back to center. Switch out your legs. So left foot comes in, right leg goes straight out in front of us first. Toes flex towards the knee is bent. And again, the places you can slide a blanket or a pillow underneath are the right knee, and you can also bring it underneath your left knee here. Arms reach to the sky, big inhale. As we exhale, we hinge at our hips forward, hinge, hinge, hinge. Reach for the outer edges of the foot, the ankle, or the shin. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen your heart forward, big inhale. And hinge at the hips, exhale. Let the chin fall towards the chest. And again, when we move slow, when we're more mindful of our breath, we give the body what it needs. Not just stretching, right? But also attention. We're paying attention to what the body needs. We're moving out of our head and deeper into our body. And so the more that we can physically heal our body, the more joy and expansion that we can find in our everyday life. Inhale, lift the heart, walk your hands back. Take your right leg out to a 45-degree angle. Bring your right peace fingers to your big toe. You can have a little bend in right knee as you do this. Lift the left arm up and bring the left arm over the head. Left shoulder draws back, gaze is spun upward. So we want to gently ground down through the left knee here so that you're creating an opposing action. Left knee grounding, left hand reaching. Start to spin your eye gaze down. Take your left hand, reach the outer edge of right foot. Right hand's going to move outside right shin. Keep flexing your right foot back, taking that little forward fold twist. As you inhale, lift your heart up, walk your hands back. Shift towards your left knee, taking a twist to the left, nice tall spine, counteracting that posture. Come back to center, both legs extend forward. Arms reach to the sky, big inhale. And as we exhale, we hinge at our hips, forward folds, grabbing outer edges of feet, ankles, or shins. Inhale, lift your heart up, walk your hands back. If you're sitting on a crop, you'll move that out of the way. Bring your feet together, knees open wide, walk your hands back. Come onto your backside for reclining butterfly pose. If you want to take that pillow underneath your head, that's fine. We'll place our left hand over heart, right hand over belly. And take a few breaths here. And with each inhale, feel your belly rise and the chest expand. And each exhale, feel the belly fall and the chest sink down. Sometimes connecting to ourself is as simple as doing a couple of movements, taking a few breaths, letting the eyes be closed, to tune out the outside world and come into the space of relaxation. So we move into the place of clarity so that we can find more joy, more expansion inside of our everyday life, so that we're not running around, we're not go, 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 but we're connected, we're focused, we're in this moment. And the same is true for our yoga practice. So it doesn't always have to be this go, 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 a million different postures, but can also be the most simplest of the positions to just be in the body, to heal the body physically. With the help of your hands, draw your knees in towards each other. Bring the knees into the chest and massage your lower back. Keep your right knee into the chest, send your left leg long. Give it a little squeeze here. Roll the shoulders back. Take an inhale. And exhale. Start to draw your right knee to the left side of the mat. And you can scoot your hips a little bit to the right as you do this. Right arm's going to come out to a capital T. And maybe gaze to the right side. Inhale, you draw your right knee back to center. Draw your right knee all the way to the right armpit. Grab the outside edge of the foot and pull your foot above your knee here for half happy baby. So alignment is ankle stacked over knee. And then you can draw your right hip crease down, and that may feel a little intense. If it's too intense, you can ease up and just let your body be where it is. Let your heel come back to your glute. Pull your right knee back into center and extend the right leg long. Inhale, pull the left knee in towards the chest. Interlock the hands around the knee first. Roll the shoulders back second. Take a few moments here. And then slowly, slowly draw your left knee towards the right side of the mat, moving into a twist. Left arm's going to come out to a capital T. Full deep breaths in and full deep breaths out. On your next inhale, draw your knee back to center, scoot the hips to the middle, and then pull your left knee all the way to the left armpit. Grab the outside edge of left foot for half happy baby. Pulling left ankle, stacking over left knee, right? And you can always push your left hip down and forward if that feels okay. If not, you can just let it be. Let your breath be full and expansive. Let each breath in nourish every single cell of the body. And each breath out, massage every single nerve on the way out. You're going to allow the heel to fall back to the glute, pull your knee back to center, and then slowly extend left leg straight. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Let's massage our lower back here. And then slide your hands underneath your bottom, underneath your hips, and extend both feet up towards the ceiling for legs up the wall. And for a few moments, just being here in this pose. Squeeze the inner thighs together, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, lower the heels down towards the yoga mat. Remove your hands out from the hips. Let the palms face upward towards the sky, the feet open like a book. Let your eyes close, taking one last breath in through the nose. And a complete sigh through the mouth out. Resting down in our final and most important pose, our Shavasana. Allowing the breath to return back to its natural rhythm as you move into a place of stillness. Begin to allow a deeper breath to come in. Moving your fingers, your toes, ankles, and wrists. Reaching the arms up and over the head and turning the body to one side in the fetal position, utilizing the bicep like a pillow. At your own speed, with your free hand, gently rise to a seated position, maintaining the eyes closed. We'll invite both hands to heart center and taking a moment to recall our intention. And with that in our mind together, we find an inhale breath through our nose and a gentle sigh through the mouth out. Bringing our thumbs to our forehead, bowing the head down, wishing you all a day of stillness, and of love, and to feel good in everything that you do. Namaste. Thank you for being here. If any questions, comments, or concerns come up, please feel free to reach out, feelgoodyoga@gmail.com. I always am wishing you a beautiful day, and I will see you next time you make a chair mat. See you.